over to Rahma.
Okay. Okay, I'll just do the update. Okay.
Okay.
So from the update itself, you can scroll down a bit on the activity. So we have no new leads coming in from canvassing, but we have a first meeting with owner today at 12 p.m. right after the meeting. It is with Pak Adi in Ungasan, 3 bedroom villa. And also, we will have a review on the pitch deck that Ingrid has created, Ingrid and Rahma has created, and we will review it and see what can we improve on the pitch deck itself. And also, we have established a BD funnel actually for all of the leads that coming in. So for some information that Ingrid will focus on canvassing and I will be focusing on the contact that coming to my WhatsApp. Then Mawayana will be focusing on nurturing the lead on the first meeting, and Rama will focus on the presenting the pitch deck on second meeting. And the onboarding partner will be Mawayana, and the onboarding partner for short-term partnership will be me. That's it for the update on online canvassing. Back to Ingrid.
Okay. Thank you, Mas Aldo. If you have any question, can write down in the comment section. And then next to field canvassing offline sourcing, over to Mas Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Ingrid. Okay, so my update is basically I just want to pause this campaign basically because we want to focus on active users campaign that are mostly on the online part. So I still I propose to pause this campaign, but meanwhile I will have a sub discussion with HR team, which is Helen, to discuss about is the salary and also incentive is already correct, and yeah, basically just that. And I still gather information or feedback from the previous candidate, and also create a more clear job description and job title that relate to this campaign. I think this that from my update. Back to Ingrid.
Okay, thank you, Mas Rizal. If you have any question about this card, can write that in the comment. And then move to website campaign manage my property. Over to Mas Aldo.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Chair, for the time. So update itself from the activity, we start outreaching on backlinking on photos to several blogs. So we'd like so the flow is like we'd like to ask them to use our photos, but in return they put our link on the photo, so it could benefit on our SEO. And also please, Mas Rizal and Lila, for update the strategy on new keyword on this activity. And next is WordPress update. So before we are going to use a page builder to build the page, but after some discussion with product development, we will choose using a theme builder. So product development will be in charge of the editing the page. So we will like the one that like request a feature, but it's on the page section. So that is the new flow I will be announcing it later after it's already okay. Then for the analytics itself, so unfortunately from traffic from social media is decreasing from both Facebook and Instagram. Actually for this month I think it's increasing, but if we look on month over month, uh, performance it's decreasing. So maybe Miss Chef, please click the photo on the attachment. There is a analytics from the page view, and yeah, that's it. And next step I will arrange a sub discussion with Mas Gani and also Lila that in charge of the campaign. to detect the problem, and we can review what we have done in December and what makes it better, so we can uh, have it better on the February. And also start to record the performance of for SEO on backlinking using photo. That is my update. Back to Miss Chair.
Okay, thank you, Mas Aldo. If you have any questions, can write in the comment. And then next is Facebook Ads campaign. Over to Mas Gani.
Okay, thank you, Miss Chair. So I'd like to present the Facebook Ads campaign update. So information, let's detail information from Aldo is the total we get 15 leads. Looking for partnership is 7, and we got a 5 MQL, but we got also 6 wrong audience and 3 is not respond. So the friction is the ads perform is keep going, but the inquiry is slowly coming. And second is I'm unable to do pivot since not much information about misleads audience. Why is it categorized as a mislead? What is the message? And I need more discussion with Aldo regarding this. And the last is when I click the CTA button, one of the ads, it saw like this. Still figuring out what is the best auto message should be to trigger leads with more information. And I also put this last point on the discussion management paper so we can discuss it together. So yeah, I think just that the update from me. Back to this chat.
Okay, thank you, Mas Gani. If you have any question, can write down in the comment section. And then next is revenue campaign, starting from Instagram, which I will do the update. Okay, so for Instagram, okay, so for the update, only reach is increasing, the rest is decreasing. This because the Scrum is moving to Tuesday, so I'm doing the update start from Tuesday as well. That's why probably the post introductions and the other stuff is decreasing, and we only have one inquiry so far. And knowledge post is doing good to increase account awareness as it has the highest reach. So maybe for the next knowledge post, I will do about Bali sculpture. And then I already do the poll on the story yesterday. And the frictions is that giveaway post doesn't get much exposure and no one has joined yet. I will maybe do another post or on feed or story next week and ask everyone to help post on their personal account. Okay, so for the guest experience, we already have one for this week. So maybe we'll see if another week we'll get another guest experience photo. That's all from the update. And then next is Facebook marketing awareness. It's Lila, maybe you want to do the update?
That one is just monitoring, so there's not
Okay.
really.
So we'll move to website booking page. Over to Mas Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Miss Chair. So, about the update is we just finished the we just almost finished the preparation stage. I already finished the interface and for the booking page or the reservation page itself, and I will still reevaluate if there are any missing link by this afternoon. And also Leila just do some research and preparation on the SEO part for the page itself. The paper is already there, and we will have a sub discussion about the SEO itself. Me with Leila. The outcome is choosing the right keyword focus and also applied it by this afternoon. Maybe over to Leila. Do you have any update regarding the SEO part?
Mm, Not at the moment, but maybe further down the line. Because I just did the research last week as well. So yeah.
Okay. I think this is that my update back to Miss Chair.
Okay, thank you, Mas Rizal and Lila. If you have any questions, you can write down in the comment. And then next is Airbnb listing improvement over to, oh, no update, right? Over. Okay, so we move on. And then Airbnb instant book for all listing over to Mas Gani.
Okay, thank you, Mr. So last week I have a meeting with Lila, Rahma, and Ingrid as well to introduce a daily conductor. So I expect that this task is can run start from today, this week, and hopefully by reactivating the daily conductor, it can increase the instant rate. So yeah, that's the update so far.
Okay, thank you, Mas Gani. If you have any question, can write that in the comment. Next is Airbnb instant book after launch. Over to Mas Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Ingrid. So, yeah, no update regarding this.
Okay, thank you, Mas Rizal. After that is internship campaign, which is Facebook page campaign. Over to Lila.
Okay, thank you, Ingrid, for that. So the update is I actually uploaded a video yesterday, but like it was blocked worldwide. There was a copyright claim, even though I made sure that the footage and musics are copyright free. So I kind of have to look into it more and make sure for further upload, I won't be making the same mistake. And then there's a positive spike on the 26th of January for a cumulative organic reach, which was 106. It might be because we launched our ads and people were curious, so they click on our page and start scrolling. There's zero point 0.1 growth of likes compared to last week. There's two actions on page. One is actually clicking on website click on website, and the other one is phone number. It's actually 100% increase compared to last week because we have zero for last week. So overall, the cumulative organic reach is increasing by 48%, which is 774 each reach. Though the impression is decreasing by 40% than the previous month. So the difference between reach and impression is just reach is the total number of people who see our content, and impression are the number of times that our content is displayed. So no matter it was clicked or not. So somehow we manage to make people see our content more often, but it's less displayed on the timeline. So this is the algorithm, something that I will look into, the Facebook algorithm. So if I understand it better, I can deliver it better in the future. Basically, so our content would be displayed more on the timeline and also automatically be seen more by people. So that's all for me. Back to you, Ingrid.
Okay, thank you, Lila. If you have any questions, can write down in the comment. Then next is website awareness, Google My Business. Over to Rahma.
Okay, thank you, Ingrid. For the update for Google My Business, I just uploaded two new property pictures to increase the engagement. So the reason why I uploaded three pictures because last week there were the very sharp decrease on the engagement. So after I uploaded the three pictures, it actually increased the engagement. So it was the engagement was better this week. And I will try to post about the property design hack that was posted by Lilep on Facebook earlier, and to see whether this also increased the engagement on Google My Business. And regarding the product section that I mentioned on discussion management paper, we've come into a conclusion that we will not post like our fila, but instead we will focus on post our surface. And I might put one or two villa as an examples or like a catalog to for the property owners to see what kind of villa we made. So I think that's all for my update. Back to you, Mister.
Okay, thank you, Rahma. If you have any question, can write them in the comment section. And I guess that's all for the final update, right? So I think we'll move on to discussion management paper. Okay, so for the thread, first one is Mas Gani. Over to Mas Gani if you want to explain.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. I think it's just a little, I need just a little suggestion. You guys can take a look later. So So when I click the CTA button, one of the Facebook ads that we're running, it's so like this. You can click it, and I just need suggestion. Do you guys have any idea what is the best auto message should should be to trigger leads, give more information, and hopefully it can make Aldo's work is easier. So what is the kind of message that we need to put there? So yeah, it's just need a suggestion, and you guys can just write it down your comment there. So yeah, back to Mr.
Okay, so thank you. So we'll just write down and we'll move on, right, to my thread then. So yesterday we have this discussion, right? And I'm just think we were supposed to have a sub discussion, but I thought we can just discuss it here. It's about how much the cash reward should be. So maybe you can start with Mas Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Ingrid. So, okay, let me remind it again. So it is for the referral program, and we want to give cash reward to the basically our partner that will give referral to their colleagues, right? So, from my perspective is probably depends on the property that they bring. So we so in example we have oh sorry for example they bring a property that very luxury, or it is high end property. So I think that we can give like a 1 million rupiah, for example, and that and if the property that they bring is like standard private villa, like Villa Kanha. My suggestion is maybe we can give 500,000 rupiah about the reward itself. Maybe that's for my suggestion. Oh, yeah, sorry. And also the one thing is at the guest house. Maybe the guest house, I think 200,000 rupiah for the one property. Yep, I think just that from me. Back to Miss Chair.
Okay, so basically different property, different cash reward, right?
Mm-mm.
So how about Mas Aldo? What do you think about it? Or do you have any new ideas?
Yep. For if we're talking about the cash reward, I think for the number itself, I'd like to agree with Mas Rizal, but maybe for some new suggestion, maybe using a percentage from like the percentage of the revenue projection. I think.
Okay, that's all. Okay, maybe we can move on to Mas Gani, or do you want to press first?
I please pass me first.
Okay, maybe we can go to the interns first. Let's see. How about Rahma?
Thank you for the question, Ingrid. I think for this one, instead of asking how much the cash reward to everyone first, I think it's better for you to do the research first and then make what kind of number that you found, and then after you found it, then you can ask whether it's already correct, or like everyone else want to add up some things, or to give a better idea. Because like if you only ask us, we don't really know what the base number or the base price for this. So at the moment I couldn't really give you the best answer to your problems. Back to you, Ingrid.
Right. It's actually right, but I thought maybe we can, fix in the price first, so I know what I should put in when people asking about this. Maybe to Lila first.
I do agree with Rahma because I'm not really sure about the project itself, as in because I don't really know the details and stuff like that. But if you do research regarding the what Aldo said, revenue projection thing, that could actually give you an idea, like a base, and then after you have like an idea of the sub rewards, we could maybe discuss it further. So I do agree with what the previous people have said. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lila. Maybe to Mo Wayana first, if have any other insight.
Okay. From this side, I think mostly Dito to Rahma because this one is like basically what you have in your mind. So kita do research first, like like maybe by asking the owner that bring this bring new property. So if as our appreciation, what they will appreciate, so that it's like more like understanding the community what actually appreciate for the rewards. So cash is good, but I think some people is like maybe if they have enough cash, they I don't know like not the main thing that want to do. But some people also want to like be respected in the community. Maybe they give a reward like like thank you later from Bukit Vista, and then you can hang it in the room. I think just they need more research on this one. So yeah, that's from my side.
Okay, thank you, Mo. Maybe Mr. Jing, if you have anything to say.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I've got two comments. So one is, hey, actually, let me pass it to Bayou first, before I go. Yeah, let's go to Bayou first.
Okay, over to Mas Bayu.
This is referral from existing partner, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I agree with Wayana actually. So if we offer this to our partners, I mean they won't think about getting cash like small cash, right? It's either that the reward would be big or it would be meaningful, right? I think that will be more prestigious for them instead of I'm actually kind of hesitant actually if we offer them cash, probably they even more like gengsi, I'm not doing this only for small cash, right? I have enough money, right? So probably that would also, I don't know, offend them maybe. But we don't know. We need to research. We need to do some real research. Basically, we should at least interview some different personas of partner, what they really want. Uh, if they are really holding on to their prestige, I think we can make a referral program that sounds like uh, a market leader or something like that. We give them title as like you are the market leader of Tanggu because uh, you have succeed in leading the community to join us basically and to relay our value to the new partners. I think that would be more meaningful for some people rather than cash. For cash reward, I think it will work for the one that the people on the street, right? I think we have that program before, like random people, anyone, if you can get a new partner, we will give you a reward. But for existing partner, I really agree with Wayana. We need to do some research first.
Okay, thank you, Mas Bayu. So, Mr. Jing, do you have anything to add?
Sure. Let me go over to, let's see, who's somebody new here. Let's go to Leela. Leela, what does the property partners Maslow pyramid look like? The three layers on a property partners Maslow pyramid.
I'm not sure. I've seen it before.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to Gunny. Gunny, can you help Leela?
Okay, the Maslow pyramid. So I think the first layer, the very bottom layer, is the needs. I mean, like food, water, or like something like that. And after that is what is it? I a little bit forget on the middle, but on the upper panel is on the top is I think self esteem. So yeah,
Okay.
I bit forget the middle. Um,
Okay. Gani, that's a Maslow pyramid in general for everybody, right? But specifically for an investor, which in this case would be a property partner, what would it look like in just three layers?
Okay, so I think the first layer is they need more money, they need more
Huh? We're good.
FDI. And the second is after they have some investment, they achieve the ROI. I think they will uh, apa namanya expand or grow the asset. I don't know. So and the last, I think, yeah, so it's think like I don't know, like not really sure. Sorry.
Okay. Does anybody want to help Gani? Anybody kind of like had the idea? Let's go to Aldo, maybe. Oh, okay. Rizal, go ahead.
Okay, so for the Maslow pyramid for the partnership is the first one is transaction, the second one
Hmm.
is relationship between partner and
Yep.
vice versa, and the third one is
Yep.
legacy. So for the owner is want to
Yes.
create more um, apa namanya warisan for their life.
Yes. Very good. Okay. And Rizal, using that structure, which has been a pretty reliable touchstone, right? How should we plan? Which option makes the most sense right now? What area should we target our owners?
The legacy part, sorry.
There you go. Okay. So what Wayana and Bayu said, I agree with, right? So if you're looking at owners, I'm just trying to give the team a structure so that you can plan your own thinking. If you're looking at, let's say, transaction alignment, even if you're successful, you're still at the very bottom of essentially a relationship, right? You're still just at a transaction alignment. You want to have relationship alignment and more preferably legacy alignment. So the suggestion that Bayu, I think he took Wayana's idea and he evolved it a bit, is more for a legacy alignment. How is somebody going to be seen in their community? That generally is a greater motivator than cash. Um, you can see that with even like things like BVE Talk, right? We don't pay for any of the speakers to come and talk, but yet they're still willing to do it. You reach out to Borchu, right, from time to time, and we don't pay her nearly as much as I think. But why does she do it, right? She does it because she cares about the relationship. She cares about her legacy. So I think a similar approach can be done on this one. I do agree that a bit more research probably needs to be done, but I think we also need a time frame for making a decision, right? So not having any execution sometimes is better than just having, let's say, or not having any definite plan is worse than having, let's say, a plan that is in development. So what I would urge is, okay, if we are going to do research, the question should then loop back to what's the plan now, right? Do we have anything now, and is having nothing better than having something? And maybe what I generally like to do is I think you should have one sort of longer term plan that you aspire to do, and maybe a shorter term plan that you can start with at the moment. Otherwise, I spend a lot of time planning and no time actually doing anything. So that's where I would set the balance point for this particular idea. So what it comes down to is I'll actually delegate this to Bayu and Rizal actually in this case. I think it's good to have a referral program, but I think we also need a timeline, and we should address the question: what do we do now? Do we have a referral program now that can be implemented while we wait for a better program to be evolved?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jing. So I guess for this thread, the conclusion is that I will be doing some more research about what the partners actually want, and maybe it's more other than cash, right? Okay,
Mhm.
so Let's move to the next thread is from Mr. Jing. Do you want to explain the thread?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll talk about a few things. One is this, right? And analysis. I saw this actually just earlier when Aldo was pointing out his update. And once again, everyone, this is not a we're here to be rational and understand what works, what doesn't work. So I want to actually give everyone some practice and also give the team some practice at identifying and being able to read a report in a meaningful way. So let's do this. What I want everyone to try doing, maybe we can rotate around, is to figure out what is information and what is noise. What is like something that we need to pay attention to, and what is something we don't really need to care about too much at all. Okay, in that regard, Ika, if I may, I'll pass it to a few people, see if they can see what's going on. Yeah, let's pass this first to first pass this first to who is this? Let's pass it to Rama first. Rama, it's a little bit difficult to read this because there's no titles up at the top. So that's another thing about communication. I think when we do a screenshot, it's much more beneficial if you actually keep the top of the column, at least the heading, so we know what each column represents, right? Let me go quickly to Aldo. Aldo, in the first column, what does the first column represent? Or let's just say each column from left to right. What does each
Okay.
column represent?
Okay, so from the very first column, there is the where is the source? Where is the source? There is the date compare, and the
Mhm.
second column is the where is traffic coming from. The third layer
Mhm.
is total page view, if I'm not mistaken. Total page view,
Okay.
one, two, three, four. One, two, three. The fourth layer is the unique page view. So from the total page view is maybe like everyone one users maybe open the page like 3 or 4 times. Then the page view is the one user one user one page view. Then the next one is the time they spend on the page,
Okay.
and the next one I don't really sure. The next one is the entrance, the entrance, and the next one is bounce rate.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Aldo, for explaining that. Let's go over to Rama. Rama, here's the question, right? There's a lot of numbers there, and it can mean a lot of different things. What is noise and what is insight? Let's see if we can narrow down what we need to focus on. What do you think is noise, unnecessary to really look at, and what is actually an insight?
The noise will be the thing that not really need to be paid attention to, right?
Exactly. Irrelevant information or irrelevant channels. What is irrelevant and what is relevant?
Well, it depends actually what Aldo trying to say on the first thing. So like I think like in here there are a lot of information. So like I couldn't really sure like which one is the noise and which one is the insight. But if I could see in here, probably the inside is the change, the one with the bold font,
Okay.
because it's different from the other. So probably the inside is the change, and the other is probably the noise.
Okay, let's focus this discussion a little bit more and arrive to this, right? There's one, two, three, four. Wait, there's one, two, three, four, five channels, Rama. Which channel do you believe to be the most irrelevant in this particular case where Aldo is looking for property partners, based on the data that we see?
Mm, YouTube,
Okay, why do you think YouTube is irrelevant?
because we're not doing the campaign on YouTube, right? So
Interesting. Okay, let me go over to Ika. Ika, do you agree or do you disagree with Rama?
Yeah, I agree. You too.
Okay, so you agree with Rama that YouTube is the most irrelevant.
Yeah, because we're not developing it, we're just leaving it as it is.
Okay, let's go over next to Gunny. Wait, let's not go to Gunny yet. Let's go to the next intern, Leela.
Do you agree or disagree with what Ika and Rama have said?
Um, I wonder why you guys didn't point out Asia Exchange, because Asia
Yeah.
Exchange is actually studying. So that would be the most irrelevant for me, because
Okay.
for YouTube we can still see Bukit Vista as a company and like what we do. And Bukit Vista is actually have a pinned video about the property investment program. So it could still be relevant, but for Asia Exchange, it's totally irrelevant. That's I guess from my side. But
Great.
yeah.
And Lila, what other data points are you using to form that conclusion?
Hold on. Um, I mean, I don't remember every column because I have a terrible memory if I don't like record it. So I can't really say right now because I don't have like the top. So,
Okay.
but mainly the thing like Google Business, Instagram, you see the slash manage my property, but somehow the Asia Exchange goes right away to manage my property instead of jobs. So yeah, and then there's a bottom one where is saberdropbox.com/reveral, which is mean probably internal for us. So that could be relevant as well.
Okay.
Um, but yeah.
All right. Let's keep on going. Let's go over to Gani. Gani, who's right? Is it Ingrid and Radma or Lila?
Yeah, I think Lila is right. So basically, YouTube, even though they are not run as a campaign, we still have a lot of video, right? And
Hmm?
for our audience, like a job applicant, like for partners, I think they're still consuming our content on YouTube.
Hmm?
And for well, the your last question to Lila, I think the second question, like what's the data point we use? I think it's view, average time on page, and the bounce rate. I think the most important things that we need to keep.
Okay.
And so,
I'm on page.
yeah, but perhaps over to Aldo when you are reporting the analytic, perhaps you could apa namanya, like use skits or use highlight like kotak tiga takin gitu. So we only present the important things
Okay.
only.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you for using data to justify your position point. Let me go back to Rama. Rama, what is the approximate range of time that people are spending on Asia Exchange and versus YouTube? What is the approximate time? I know it's a little bit hard to see, but can you give me kind of like the numbers? How long are people hanging out from the Asia Exchange channel, and how long are people hanging out from the YouTube channel?
Okay. Um, okay, so from the Asia Exchange, I think it's the 9 9 second.
Yep. Okay. And then how long from YouTube?
And from YouTube, it's 1 minute 59 second.
Right. Okay. Then Rama, based on your understanding of your own, let's say, internet behavior, is it more likely that you are interested in a piece of content if you spend 2 minutes on it, or if you spend 9 seconds on it?
I would be more interested if it 1 minute and 59. So like
Right.
probably people like trying to look more and they kind of like interested if they stay for a long time.
Correct. Okay. Great. So okay, this can go back to, let's say, Aldo's perspective. Aldo, how would you prioritize each particular channel based on the insight that we just gathered from Rama?
Yep. Actually, whether or not YouTube is our campaign, YouTube pronounce the most quality leads from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channels.
Mhm.
And Asia Exchange it's just wrong audience because well, our main target is from guest or Asia Exchange.
Okay, very good. Great. Let's go over to something else that's really interesting. Let's go over to Rizal. Rizal, let's talk about improvement. Which channel saw the most amount of, let's say, objective improvement according to the figure that you believe is the most relevant to actually bringing in partnerships?
The most improved is Google My Business.
Okay, Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. Why?
Because we have an increasing page visitor
Uh
about
huh.
800%, and then for the average time on page, it's decreasing, but it is still 2 minutes. But I think 2 minutes is still standard of seeing the page view.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think this is that for the most improving channel.
Okay, great. Then let's go over to Gunny. Gunny, after let's say Google My Business, what's the next most improved channel?
Most improved channel, I think. Um, I think on from YouTube since and this month we gained like 300% increase, and yeah, I think the best view is coming. But actually, the Instagram for organic, I think last month we got a good number actually, but I don't know, this month it's falling down. So yeah, we perhaps we need think about Instagram as well. So yeah, I
Okay,
think YouTube.
let's go to Gunny. Oh, sorry, let's go to Bayu. Bayu, what do you think? What do you think is the second most improved channel? Or is Gunny correct? There's only one, or maybe there's another one too.
Let's see. I think the if we are looking at the quality, I think we can focus on the time spent actually,
Yep.
because I see mostly uh, people actually we can have a lot of traffic, but it's because traffic, right? Because it's click, right? Click will always be counted. So a lot of people clicking but not interested. I think that's not a lead. Even though I think we have like a lot of numbers there, but if they are not doing anything on the page, so I think yeah, the Google business that's pretty good, and then let's see, the YouTube, and then uh, also Facebook.
Mm.
Facebook facing, yeah. So that is I don't know what the last the third column from the right was. That was, but that's like a negative 100%. What I don't know what is that. Is that
Mm.
a dropout, or I don't know what's that.
Over to Eldo.
It's it's bounce rate, Mas Bayu.
Is it bounce or is it exit?
It is bounce rate, yeah.
Okay,
The first one, the before is the entrance.
I see.
Okay, so the third from the right is bounce, and then the second from the right is exit.
The first, so wait. Let me confirm it first, yeah, Mas Bayu. For the very right one, after before the one that with dollar sign, it's exit actually, and the next one is bounce rate.
Bounce rate. Okay, and then before that, left to
It's
that,
entrance. It's entrance.
entrance. Okay, entrance, bounce, and exit. Okay, so Instagram is very bad. Entrance, the Google My Business also actually pretty bad, but not not that bad. Minus 41. It's decreasing, and Facebook is not that good. So everything is decreasing, and oh wait, actually the bounce is decreasing. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I think that's and we don't have enough content for or data for YouTube, so we don't even know actually. So actually, from this data, what I can get the story actually from people that seeing our YouTube video and clicking on the link. I think they probably is actually a student, and then they want to see what we are doing on the website. So they might read it, what we are actually doing in the company, and probably they go to another page as well to see what property actually we're managing, right? And for Asia Exchange, I think it's pretty much the same. So they see our listing in Asia Exchange, and then here's the link, boom, and then manage my property. Oh, it's not interesting. Then they bounce. And then for Facebook, Instagram, and the Google Business, I think they are more relevant. I don't know about Instagram actually, because we don't know what kind of audience that we target. But most I think the best channel that we have is Google Business and Facebook. Instagram, we don't have data. I don't have any visibility on the data on what type of campaign that we given and what is the target audience. I think that yeah, that is my insight. I don't know, is that does that sounds right, or am I missing something?
Okay, let's go over to Rizal. Rizal, is Bayu right or is he missing something?
Yep. I think Mas Bayu is correct, but at the Instagram part is we still split the audience into two. So there is a guest, but also property owners. So from the Instagram side, is it is a little bit hard to measure the traffic basically, because we split the audience. And for the Facebook, for the Facebook itself is, I think, okay, so for the Facebook is I cannot see from the part of the page performance, but from the Google Analytics I see the page the audience from Facebook is have quality itself. So because there's 43 seconds seeing this page on manage my property, but yeah, for the Facebook itself is I still 50-50, because on the Facebook performance it's not really good, but on the Google Analytics performance, it's have a better sign on the audience itself. That's back to by you probably. Do you have any? Is that clear from your side?
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. But the problem is we don't know which campaign for which. Yeah, the traffic. Yeah. I mean, Instagram, it's all campaign, or it just click on the profile, or what is the source for that?
For the Instagram, I think Gani can answer that.
Okay, so for the Instagram, I could say that 80% is targeted to guests, but then I'm trying to get it like to 20% to property owners, because on the last previous months we could get a long-term partnership from Instagram as well, but then I just provide more content on the feed and on the story highlight, so it just like we just show our service, our package, yeah, our feature, something like that on a story. So yeah, that's it.
I see. Okay, I think. Yeah, I think if you're asking me the insight that we are getting from this data, for me, I would like to continue with Google Business and Facebook. I just want to focus on two of that. So yeah, maybe just less focus on doing other channel. Probably is not relevant. Back to you,
Okay.
Chair.
Yeah. Oh, chair.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I think that is actually a pretty good conclusion. The key that I'm trying to bring here is that whenever we're going about and looking at like what we're going to do, this is the key to prioritize. If we don't prioritize, then everything becomes a priority, and then nothing becomes a priority, and nothing gets essentially the resources it needs. So this process of identifying which channel is actually relevant, which channels are noise, I think is super important. And I think as a group, hopefully everyone enjoyed the process of making that discovery. So we discovered that Google My Business is important and Facebook is important. One insight I'd like to add is this. If you look at, let's say, Facebook, there's a crossover moment, I think, that might have happened. So the average time on page went from 8 seconds to 43 seconds. You can imagine 8 seconds is probably not very relevant to anybody's needs, right? But 43 seconds is something that's quite different from 8 seconds. So you might have had a revolution actually on the Facebook audience fit, that all of a sudden you're getting a better fit to an audience that actually is consuming the content, whereas before they were not. So that is my insight, that like you understand how the Facebook algorithm works, and then you understand when they found you a match, and then you keep on doubling down on that, because that indicates that you've discovered gold, perhaps. Back to the chat.
Okay, thank you, Mr. James. I think the conclusion is about the discussion on which campaign we should prioritize based on this analysis. And okay. So I think that's all for the thread today. Does anything still have any something to say before we end? Okay, so I think that's all for today. Thank you for coming, everyone. See you next week.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
Ingrid.
you, Ingrid. Mas Bayu, Mas Bayu, can you please stay
Yes.
here for a moment to gather feedback or your
Okay.
observation regarding this Scrum?
Okay. Sure.
Okay, the others can leave, yeah. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Yep. Thank you, Ingrid.